Welcome to the Faster, Longer, Stronger Indoor Cycling Podcast. These free podcasts are recorded live and are for promotional purposes only. Please make sure you are cleared for exercise by a physician before participating.
Okay. You're going to get left behind, Doug. You're going to get dropped before we've even started. Yeah. Carol was worried she was going to have no one to draft. Okay, make sure you can feel your resistance. Legs at a comfortable fast speed, effort level around about a 5.5 out of 10. 10 being your absolute max, that you could do this for no more than about 15 seconds. So we're way below that level. So 5.5 out of 10 effort level right here. Feel the resistance. Not much at all though. Just turn the legs over. And this is Endurance Week. Oh yes, it is. I feel like I'm at a Punch and Judy show. Oh yes, it is. Oh no, it isn't. You guys do know what Punch and Judy is, yeah? Okay, just checking. Sometimes I think things get lost in the English language translation. None of them. Okay, when you're ready, turn your resistance dial to the right. Just a little bit more, just feel the change. Keep that leg speed fast, comfortable fast. You feel you've got to do a little bit more work just to keep that speed up. Now focus on the right leg, focus on your right leg. Relax the left leg as much as you can. Think about pushing the pedal forwards as it goes over the top. Think about pushing the pedal backwards as it goes under the bottom of that circle. Switch sides. Now focus on the left leg. Both legs. Another little increase on your resistance level. Again, make sure you feel the change. Just turn that resistance up a little bit more. Keeping the same speed. And again, focus on the right leg. Relax the left leg as much as you can. Switching sides, left leg doing all the work. Both legs. Increasing resistance again. Starting to really feel this now. Effort level, about a 6.5. Working our way up towards a 7 out of 10 in the next 60 seconds. Last time, focusing just on the right leg. Nothing should be tough yet. So think of how you're turning those pedals. Kind of like an oval shape. Push it forwards, push it backwards, over the top, under the bottom. Switching sides, left leg for the last time. Remember, nothing should be tough yet. Thank you. I'm pushing an elephant up the stairs. I'm tossing a punchline. Back to both legs. Over my shoulder, a piano falls, crash into the ground. And another little increase to your resistance level. And your effort level now at the same speed, around about a 7 out of 10. Starting to feel your breathing picking up speed. Feeling that you've got to do a relatively challenging amount of work now at your 7 out of 10 level. Now we're going to be maintaining this speed for quite a long period of time. Because remember, this is an endurance session, so we will not be getting rest. We'll be taking recovery at this level. So I want you to start thinking about how you're going to be doing this session today. We're going to be staying between a 7 and a 9 out of 10 effort levels. We won't be going above a 9. In fact, we won't be hitting a 9 until right at the end of the session. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy, because you will not be getting rest. You'll be continuous the whole way. So I want you to think of 3 levels. Where you are now is your 7. I want you to think of a 7 3/4, an 8, and an 8 1/4. Now anything above a 7 3/4 starts to build up. Over time it gets tougher. So at about a 7 3/4, you should be able to continue that level for quite a long period of time. But you will definitely feel the challenge. So remember, today's session all about being consistent, not taking rest. And I'm challenging you now to stay with this workout the whole way through. So I want you to now increase your resistance a little bit more to your 7 1/4 level. That's not very much. Do it now. Just a small increase on your resistance. Now remember how much you increased by. Now increase it again to about a 7 1/2. Now maintain this speed, increase it again to a 7 3/4 effort level. Hold this level for 1 minute. It should not be that challenging, but you definitely feel this level. This is a working level. Now you increased your resistance 3 times to get to where you are now. Remember how much it was to get to where you are now. Now maintain your speed. You're going to add on a little bit more. You're going to go to an 8 out of 10 effort level. Now, add on a little bit more. So you should have felt the change. You should have felt how much more you have to do. How much more force you have to put into those pedals to keep the same speed. It should only be an 8 out of 10. You've now done 4 increases to get to where you are now. We have 1 more to go. This should be getting a little bit challenging now. We're going to add on 1 more time. Ready? Now, 8 1/4. 8 1/4 is your level. Stay with it. Start to feel that battle now. You're having to work for what you're doing. "30 seconds to go." Whatever you added on for those 5 increases, it comes back down. Maintain that speed. "10 seconds. Ready to turn it down, whatever you increase by? Now. So you're back down to your 7 out of 10 level. Now you should feel an instant decrease in power, an instant decrease in effort. So taking this time to recover. As soon as you feel that you've got your breath back, take some drink, take some water on board. Okay, remember where your 7 3/4 level was. Ready? We go back there now. Turn it up. 7 3/4. This was the 3rd increase level. We went 7 1/4, half 3/4, and you now have 2 minutes at this level. Remember the objectives of this session today. No rest. Hard work the whole way through, but at a level that you can sustain. 2 minutes at this level, 2 minutes at the next level, 2 minutes at your 8 1/4 level. Now think about the things that should happen when you are working at a pretty tough level. Your legs start to feel how hard they are working. You need more oxygen. Those 2 little holes in your nose, they're not big enough to get enough air into your lungs for anything above a 7 out of 10. So if you're supposed to be challenging yourself at a 7 3/4 and you don't need to breathe through your mouth, then you're lying to yourself about your level. Here we go, increase again. This is your 8 out of 10 level. Remember guys, there's no way out of your effort level. If you're at an 8 and you don't need much air, then you're not really at your 8. Two minutes at this level. Stay focused. Turning those pedals forwards, backwards. One minute gone. Now you should be starting to feel this building up a little bit at a time. Staying focused on the speed of your legs. "15 seconds, we increase that resistance again. It goes up to your 8 1/4 level. Ready. Now, increase that resistance. 2 minutes. This is a very different session to doing intervals. Much more mentally demanding. Much more in line with how you would ride if you were to ride outside. Coming into the final minute, stay focused here. Same speed. Come on, dig for it now. It's gonna get tough. Breathe deep. Breathe out deeper. Empty those lungs. "30 seconds. "15 seconds. Resistance coming down to your 7 out of 10 level. Ready. Now, same speed, resistance down. Recovering at your 7 out of 10 level here. Stay with it. It's not going to be easy, especially if you're used to taking rest. Okay, ready for your 7 3/4 level again. In 10 seconds. Ready. Now, turn it up. Resistance up. Same speed. You now have 3 minutes at this level. Stay true to your speed, stay honest with yourself. If you're slowing down, ask yourself, why am I slowing down? Are you quitting 20 minutes in? Or are you just not willing to try harder? Over 1 minute gone. And it should be comfortably challenging here. 7 3/4 your level. Over halfway. And this should be starting to get tough. Now remember guys, endurance is not just about keeping effort levels going. It's about muscular endurance as well. So if you were outside on a flat bit of road going really fast, the last thing you'd want to do is this. Because what happens when I do this, I sit upright, I become a buffer for the wind. I make it tougher for me to ride fast. What I want to do, or what I should be doing, is getting a bit lower. That's why we have these drop bars, so we can get lower. And you don't have to go down on the drops, but try and make every part of this ride about endurance, staying in the position longer. Getting those muscles used to being pushed for longer periods of time. Ready to increase your resistance. Turning it up to your 8 out of 10 level, you know it. Now, 3 minutes. More resistance at the same speed equals more power. That means you're going to need more oxygen. That means you want to focus on being efficient with your pedals. So it's pushing those pedals forwards, pushing those pedals backwards. Taking a couple of deep breaths, clearing out the lungs. minute gone. Stay focused. Stay at the same speed. Now this may be a good opportunity to take a little bit of drinks before it gets really tough for the last 3 minutes. One more minute at this level. Stay focused. Seconds till we turn it up again. Ready. Final increase now. 8 1/4. 'This should be a tough 3 minutes here. Everything in your head is telling you you want to slow down. You want to back off. Don't. Get stronger. Get more resilient. Become more enduring. Over 1 minute gone. Halfway now. Remember guys, anybody can do intervals, but this takes grit, determination, focus, and desire to finish and stay with it. "45 seconds to go. You're nearly there. "30 seconds. "15 seconds. I'm going to ask you guys to increase your resistance and slow your legs down. Ready? Increase your resistance. Slow down. Don't back off too much. Now listen to the music. Listen to the beat. We're no longer going fast. Now we're going slow. Now we're climbing a long climb. So the profile is the same. So turn your resistance up, but first make sure your feet are in time with my counts. Listen. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Increase your resistance to make it so that at that speed you feel that you've got to push against some resistance. 7 out of 10 your effort level, your two variables have switched. Speed gone down, resistance gone up. Effort level remaining in the middle at a 7. Okay, so first thing we got to do, find your 7 3/4 level. Ready? Increase just a little bit now, 7 1/4. So you're pushing harder, but you're keeping the same speed now. Speed has changed. Increase again on the resistance, 7 1/2. That hill's getting steeper. Increase number 3, 7 3/4. Remember, got to keep the speed the same. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One minute here. You're halfway. Your next level. More resistance. Same speed. Right on the beat. Good time to take your drinks is now. Ready to increase. Same speed, more resistance, push harder. Now, increase resistance. 1 minute. Keep that speed. Just because there's no beat doesn't mean you drop your speed. Just because it gets tougher doesn't mean you drop your speed. Seconds, resistance goes up again. Now. Now, if you slow down, ask yourself, why did I slow down? Is it too tough? Is it too tough? If it is, turn the resistance down because you've got to stay at the same speed. 8 1/4 is your level. "20 seconds to go. It comes back down to your 7 3/4. Little change. It doesn't come down to your 7. Ready? Turn it down only to your 7 3/4. So we're really tightening up that effort level range. 2 minutes here. Remember, we're keeping that power on. Now, I want you to think this is starting to become a race. You're starting to step it up. This is no longer about endurance. This is more about threshold efforts. This is more about pushing to where you can push to. But remember, you must stay with the beat. "30 seconds at this level." Resistance goes up. Remember, you've got to stay at the same speed. As that resistance goes up, you've got to push harder. There's your beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready to increase? Now, this is your 8. As things start to get tough on a hill, you might need to stand up. That's okay. But what's the one thing you've got to do? Maintain your speed, right? So if you take that option to stand up, you cannot slow down. Otherwise, you're getting lost off the back of the group, also known as getting dropped. And this is starting to become a race now, remember? "30 seconds, resistance goes up. And you may need to stand up for a few seconds at a time. That's okay. "15 seconds, resistance goes up again. And now we're really on the power. We're really working hard. Ready to increase resistance again. Now, 8 1/4. To the beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Now go back to thinking how you are turning those pedals. Push forwards, push backwards. Try not to push down in front of you. Push back. Pushing sand back with the ball of your foot. Kicking a ball out in front of you. Remember, the one thing you don't want to do is let that heel go below your toes. Okay? 30 seconds, resistance comes down to your 7 3/4 effort level. Seconds. Ready. Dropping that resistance down now. 7 3/4. Stay with it. So you now have your longest amount of time at these levels. To the end of minute 1 out of 3. Should be starting to recover and settle back down at the bottom of your range. Doesn't mean it's easy, and you should still be feeling this challenge. Good time to take your drinks is now. Nearly there, guys, come on. Stay with it. Coming into the last minute at this level. And if you need to stand up, like I said, do. There's your beat. Stay with it. You should have no problem keeping that speed at this level of resistance. On the next increase, 25 seconds time, you will have 6 minutes to go. That is it. Come on guys, you can do it. Ready in 5. Turn that resistance up. 8 is your level now. Feel the change. Push a little bit harder. Remember guys, intervals next week. Intervals last week. If all you do is intervals, you don't get good at going longer. Mental toughness, mental strength gets you to be a better rider. stand up, do it. Change the demand. Change how you're riding. Give yourself a little break from the saddle. It's okay. Getting tough now. How much do you want to push yourself? Gone out of this 3. Come on, stay focused. Starting to dig now to the end. You got one final 3-minute push in just over 30 seconds time. You got 2 choices. Push to the end or quit. There's no middle ground. If you know that you've quit so far, don't quit now. Ten seconds, our final increase. Just because there's no beat doesn't mean you slow down. Here we go. Increase again, 8 1/4. Oh yeah, we felt that. Now who's going to rise to the challenge? Who's going to quit before the challenge gets the better of them? Who's going to try and beat it? If you quit, you never know whether you could have held on. Are you keeping the speed? Come on. Go somewhere that you've never been by pushing yourself that little bit further. Gone out of 3. You got 2 to go. You've done 1. You can do 2 more. Your legs, make sure they're in time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Under 1 minute to go. Seconds. Resistance down. Make it easy. All right, resistance down. Speed we're going to pick up though. So turn the resistance down, which allows you to pick up your leg speed. So we're going to finish at that flat road, comfortable, fast leg speed cadence. Faster speed. So just allow this effort level by your resistance going down to be about a 5.5, which is where you started at the very start of the warm-up. A little bit of resistance on there, still got a little bit of work to do, but it's at a much, much lower level, just allowing you to roll those legs out. Now remember, if you were at the right levels there, 7 3/4, 8, 8 1/4, you would have been at a very tough, challenging level the whole way. But you should have been able to continue towards the end, getting very tough, but still able to find that little bit in reserve to be able to continue to push. I remember anything above, around about at 7 3/4 to an 8, anything there or above is where you're pushing into your anaerobic zone. That means that your breathing should be going faster the longer you go. Now the way you know that you're at the right level is by which holes you're breathing through. Remember, like I said, if you're sitting there and breathing through your nose and you're quite happy there, then you're not working above a 7 yet. Okay, your aerobic threshold is at about a 7 out of 10, about 70% of your maximum output. Okay, so we've got to get above that level to force yourself to breathe through your mouth. So we've got to create the demand that makes it so that you have no choice. If you make it so you have no choice, then it becomes mentally challenging, and that's where that mental strength and endurance is tested as well. When you get to those 8s, 8 1/4s, that's where you start to question, how long can I do this for? Really, how long can I do this for? And you've always got to take into account what you've done prior and what you're going to do after as to how it feels. All right. If you haven't turned your resistance down, bring it down to about a 5, 5.5. Continue your cool down. Keep those legs turning.